Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. Now about a while ago, I did a review for you guys about different types of camera products. Now I know I mostly cover Nintendo on this channel, and also how-to videos, but I also do a bunch of video work for commercials and stuff like that, and I've done a lot of technology reviews, especially in the camera department, that a lot of people liked, and I'm really happy to hear the feedback. And I know some of you guys are saying, when am I going to go back into it? Well, I'm going to be doing about Saturday and Sunday, Saturday night or Sunday night, I'm going to be releasing visual effects videos, showing you guys how to do the latest visual effects and all kinds of other stuff, and also do some reviews on certain cameras or certain gimbals and so on and so forth. So this right here is a very cheap gimbal by DJI, which is the DJI Osmo. Now, I did a review for you guys about some time ago, but you know, back then I was using an iPhone 5, okay? So the iPhone 5 balanced really well on this and was made for this. The unfortunate part with this thing is it doesn't handle big phones. So, for example, you have the newer phones, Samsung Galaxy 9 or Samsung Galaxy even 9, but plus 10, whatever, 10 plus, or like me, I even have my Note 8 still. And my Note 8 has a big problem being on this in terms of balance. So what I used to do is I just used to kind of like balance it to the best of my ability. And then afterwards, I used to just be able to kind of let the motors work a little bit harder and see where it goes from there. So basically, in a nutshell, I still got it to work pretty cool. But I was looking for more things like counterbalances and came up with all kinds of clever ways to do counterbalancing and all kinds of stuff. And then I came to use one of these babies, Counterweights. And the Counterweights kind of operated in a very crappy way. They weren't really neat. It looked out of place, looked out of whack. So I got me one of these things right here. And I'm going to show you guys also the before and after with it and without it, using bigger phones. The Note 8 is about the average size phones of today for big phones or whatever. So I got this thing right here. It's called Gimbal Counterweight MT4 by Valanzi. Okay, got it from eBay for a couple of bucks. I think it was a couple of bucks, $7, something like that, on eBay. So it's pretty cheap, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what it comes with. I got it within about a week in my door, so not that bad for what it is. And it comes like this, and I got two of these, so I can show you guys the sealed one right here. So it comes with weights, as you can see in the bag, individually wrapped, and we'll get into that. And it comes with this beautiful thing right here, which I really like. Now, you're going to have like other counterweight systems out there that are like professional, whatever. The thing is, I'm going to say they're nowhere near as neat and practical as this. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, this thing comes with a piece that goes on top of your gimbal. Now, the beauty is you could put weights here and in here, so you can get every part of the axes correct, or axis, or however you guys do it. It has a spinner here that goes tight or loosen, right? So you basically, let's say you put this baby in here. Okay, I'm not going to need that much weight, but I'm just going to show it to you for whatever case. So right here, exactly where it is, right? We're going to put it, let's say, right in this area. Sorry, oops. So right in this area towards the end, because that's where the it stops, and you know, because it's so big, it comes out more, you know, my right heavy. So let's get this thing on the go. So let's first remove these things right here, okay? So we're gonna put it in here. Just gonna show you guys, and then you're gonna tighten it. Sometimes, believe it or not, for certain phones, I found it funny because certain phones, this was enough weight to make it work normal, okay? So that's the funny part. But now, when you're going to want to put these, you could do this. See? Screw it in. And let's say it's too whatever heavy, you could take them out individually one at a time. You see? You unscrew it. So you have 4 counterweights. And then I promise you guys, you can level it so easy. You just have to play around with this thing right here, obviously, like all the time. which is this thing where either you're going to make it longer or shorter until you get it just right, and until you get it like this, okay? So if it goes like that, it stays like that. You go like that, it stays like that. You know, like I showed you guys in the other video how I balanced it. Every way you do it, it doesn't go back down or topple over. It stays in the place that you put it on. That means it is well balanced. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make this thing work, and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you guys how the before and after of this, like I did before, out of the box, okay? Just out of the box. I'm not doing no ninja walks. I'll do it with a ninja walk too. I'll do it before the weights. I'll do it with a ninja walk, without a ninja walk, and then I'll do with a ninja walk, without a ninja walk, in the well balanced one, okay? And you're gonna see that there's a big difference in that. Again, it really depends. Sometimes you could kind of get the motors to work, and it'll work harder. But why would you want to damage your motors? It's better just to level it out and get it to work. I don't know why DJI didn't really... I mean, I know now they released, obviously the head that you could put on your regular Osmo. I just don't know why they didn't release the Z-axis control thing on this thing, and also why they didn't release... I guess because the head doesn't detach or whatever, but why they didn't release a bigger system for this. But again, this is really cheap. I recorded live video from live video of my wedding on this baby here while doing on my regular Osmo, the regular filming with my Blackmagic production camera 4K, and then the Ursa. That's another day. I'll talk all about that for my wedding, and it was really cool. It really worked really well. I didn't have these counterweights at the time, and it still did a great job stressing out the motors. You don't want to stress out the motors. It's better you guys go this way and get yourself this for $7 in a week. It'll be in your door. That is, if you're in the United States. I don't know if you're in other countries how long it would take, but I'm sure they have some kind of thing that'll get to you. The point is, this is a real good investment. Comes with 4 counterweights, as you can see, that they unleash one by one, and it's just pretty cool. So let's get right into the testing facility. Again, right out of the box, I'm going to be like a total amateur, so you guys could see how the heck it looks. So anyone, you could give it to a person who doesn't know how to operate it and see how the heck it looks. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay, guys, so this is without the balancer. So I'm just going to show you just walking around, not doing anything fancy here, just walking around, letting it follow me. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. I'm not trying to be a pro here. If I did, I'd do ninja walks and all that stuff, but I'm showing you right out of the box as I did before. And I think we're going to see how the heck this is right here. So this is without it. So you're going to see there's already the motors are being stressed out. Okay, I balanced it to the best of my ability. What I mean by that is you just stretch it out all the way to the right, and then it'll still be out of balance, but it'll be at least working. Okay, so you could see when you have a model right in front of you, it's much easier to do, but you could see it's locking. It is what it is, guys. So just if you're doing any type of motion type of thing here or whatever, it's gonna come out like this without anything, but you could literally see it is stressing the motors. So anyways, we're gonna go now right into the one with the balance on it. This is a little project I'm working on right now. Believe it or not, this all lights up. It's pretty freaking cool. It's Sub-Zero, the Cyborg Initiative one. I'm not done with it yet. There's a lot of other work I got to do to it, but it's looking really nice. And you could see here, I'm just going to go like that. Let's just do just get up here. Let's see if we could do something else here. Let me just try something else like this. Just from down. I'm just standing still, but I just want to show you guys what it is compared to not having it balanced. Again, the results might be the same, but you're stressing out the motors. So we're going to just see how it is, and now we're going to go into the hallway and do the walk that I did for you guys in the other one, and we'll see how the heck that works. So be back in a flash. So guys, here's the hallway. No ninja walk. Remember, just regular. Now you just look at the sides. Now obviously there's going to be the up and down movement because there's no Z axis control on this one particularly. But you can see it follows through very smooth, and it does what it needs to do. There you go. It takes a little bit. You see that there was like a little locking thing on it? That's because the motors are being stressed out. Now you could tell that's happening. Now this is great. You know, when I did the review for you guys, I didn't do it on a big cell phone. Now with it, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So obviously when you run, so you guys can see how that is. I mean, you're literally hearing it click. And that's about it. Okay, so this is with it balanced. Now there's no locking in here. You're not really hearing anything, and it kind of follows through the same. I didn't switch any type of setting on this, so I actually have to say it's following my motion much better than it is without me balancing it with proper balance through counterweights. And you could kind of tell, and I'm not, you know, as always, honest review, guys. So, I mean, you know, nobody pays me to do any of this thing. This is just legit. It's very cheap. It doesn't stress your motors, and it does a great, great job. Now, again, this might be the same. I haven't put this on my, you know, PC yet to see how the heck it's doing. But let's just do this right away. So you could tell it's following much, much nicer than it did before. And you could tell right here. So it's going in. It's also doing a follow-through. But because it doesn't, you know, like with your movement, but because it doesn't have to fight against the current, what by that I mean against the motors, because it's trying to stay balanced without the balancers or whatever counterweights, it's doing a much better job following through. Now again, it might look the same to you guys, it might not, but it definitely handles on my end much better. So you could clearly see it handles much, much better than the other one. If you actually hold this, you'll see there's no you know, resistance against it or anything like that. It's not shaking, it's not doing anything like that. So it's doing a real good job here. If you're hearing sound, it's my fan right now. That's the only difference. I just put the fan on right now. It's really hot over here. But anyways, so we're going to go right now, and we're going to do the hallway shot. And we're going to just see what the heck we can do over there and see what it is. And definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to be showing you guys this thing once it's complete. Pretty cool. Labor of love. All right, let's go right into it. So guys, same scenario here. We're going to walk, and we're going to see how the heck this thing follows through with my movement. And you're going to see it's much smoother because it's not fighting against the you know, against the resistance of trying to balance things out. So this is pretty freaking dope. And you can clearly see it's also not banging, it's not cutting, it's not hitting the ends, because nothing is pushing it towards it. It's just really, really nice. I hope we could see this on the PC, because I want you guys to see firsthand. And this is a $7 upgrade. Let's just do a run through. Right there. Go right through here. So obviously this isn't a miracle worker. This thing is not going to have a Z-axis. It's control like the Osmo did. So there will be up and down, but this thing handles way better. And because of that, you could put a phone of any size. The only negative I have with this, and we'll get into that in the final thing, is something I think everybody should know, and I'm going to go right into it right now. So what's the issue we're having here? Well, let me just answer this. The problem is, because of the location of this thing, the phone, when you're putting it, it's more, the bigger phones that is, the smaller phones had no issue, but the bigger phones, you have to put it in one direction, otherwise it becomes too heavy on a certain side, which you don't want, you understand? So because of that, when you put the side you're supposed to, you know, to give it that wiggle so it doesn't touch, let's say, the Bixby button or whatever when it clamps down to it. You have to put it only one way. And because of that, it blocks the battery port, this thing right here. So you can't take an external battery like the one I have and just put it in and just have continuous recording, because this thing, the battery lasts a long time. It's not like the Osmo. This thing, the battery actually lasts for a very long time because it doesn't have to control a camera or anything like that. So it just basically just controls the gimbal, and it lasts a long time. So I wanted to have something to record continuously. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to always film with my old right here. So instead of let me just show you guys what I have here. So instead of filming with, let's say, you know, this thing right here, which is the nice battery that I have, the extension battery, I got to film with a freaking, where's that thing? I'm looking for it. I just had it with me. The iPhone 5. Here we go. That I have, my old iPhone 5. That's basically the only way I can record for extended periods of time. Otherwise, it just won't charge on my big phone. So it just, because there's no port, it blocks the port. It kind of ruins everything. It's just that stupid. I don't know why until now DJI did not come out with something, forget the counterweight, something that is more designed for bigger phones of today. Today, everybody almost has a big phone. There's a demand for it. Why isn't there something that's designed for that? And that's what really kind of ticks me off. Now, I'm glad they came out finally with the head that you could put it on your regular Osmo. When I bought this, obviously, and I did the review for y'all, that wasn't available. So you would be having, let's say, a Z-axis you could probably put on that, or whatever, a Z-axis spring. On this one, it didn't have that. That's why it went up and down. So this thing is really good. I don't care, you know, with anything. It's great for soccer moms. Great, you know, I filmed my wedding on a real camera, and then on well, they're all real cameras, but on a camera, a professional camera. I filmed it on a Osmo, and I filmed it for live video on Facebook. I filmed it on you know, on the Osmo Mobile, and it came out great. I filmed my wife's graduation on this, and it comes out great. So for basic shots and things like that, it's going to come out real good of things you want to shoot on a cell phone. Obviously, for pro work, I would look elsewhere. I wouldn't even look at the Osmo, to be honest with you, unless you want to get their expensive, you know, cameras, you know, and all of that. But it is good in a bind. It is good to sometimes have that I could shoot at 4K, something that would look great. It won't hold up in, obviously, in color grading. It doesn't have that kind of latitude real cameras do, you know, that shoot at RAW, for example, or whatnot, and have a bigger sensor. But what you are going to have is things that you could put into your footage as, let's say, a C camera or a D camera. You would be able to have it even in a full feature to have certain add-ons. You wouldn't want to film, obviously, everything or even part of it, you know, a big part of it on that. But for small parts or whatever to put in, even B-roll, this thing would really do it. But this is really designed for the enthusiast. It's designed for families. You know, it takes out the shaking out of footages. Of course, you're going to have the Z axis, whatever issue, the up and down issue. Now, obviously, if I was walking and doing ninja walk, you'd barely notice anything, but that wasn't the point. Just like I told you in my original review, it's right out of the box, so that's what I did with this one. So, to have that counterweight really makes a difference, and I really think that it does a great job. It doesn't stress out the motor, so you can, you know, feel free to put it, and you'll see that it doesn't have, like, it doesn't lock. Like when you're making a turn, because of the motor issue, sometimes the motor would give out a little before it gets power again, and it would just like kind of like lock. Like, you see that lock, it would kind of lock like that and then go and then back to being straight. But as you saw, there's rarely any difference you're noticing, I think. I mean, it is better, obviously, with the counterweights, but it's not that big of a difference that I would say, you know, you have to go get the counterweights because of that. No. What I'm going to say, get the counterweights for, because A, it's cheap, and B, if you want this to last you a long time, because these motors do wear out and quickly. I'm not kidding. Depends how many times you use it, but they will wear out quickly. You want to make sure it lasts long. You want to make sure it's properly balanced and you're not putting stress on the motor. So for a $7 investment, it's really cheap. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, if you guys like what you see, as always, self-funded here. I do cover an array of things from Nintendo to tech reviews to any kind of thing to how to build stuff, doing many prize giveaways and all of that, but self-funded here. And we give each other in this community. This is the people's channel. This is why I opened this channel, to give, you know, so we can all give each other honesty instead of paid for, you know, reviewers. We give each other honesty based on first experience, and we show each other proof and all that good stuff. So, you know, that's what this community is about. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned this to anybody, whether you're a filmmaker, whether you're not a filmmaker and want something around the house to film your kid's soccer game, or, you know, anything really. Even for wedding photography, for wedding videography, this would be a good B-list or B-list, B camera, C camera. This would be really, really cool. So I definitely recommend it still, even now in June of 2019, okay? When I did the review for you guys ages ago. This thing did not run bad on me. It lasts me a very, very long time. My friend's one went bad on him, but he was really rough with the camera. Maybe that was it. He didn't care much about counterbalancing or anything like that. So that could have been it. But these motors, I know these motors, brushless gimbals, they do wear out fast. So you could replace them easily. But it's just so you guys know, it's better not to put stress on the motors. So get your counterweights. They're like freaking $7. Maybe they went up a little bit on eBay, I know, but go to the bid ones and become a sharpshooter like I did and win it at $7. But it's a very, very, even at regular price, what is it, like 15 or whatever, you guys are going to get it at a really good price and you're going to be really happy with it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you like this channel, you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell button. As many more videos to come. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, you know, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.